Hey guys, welcome back to 5 and Under. Demothy here with Giacomo, and we're playing Mojo Hanako, which is basically a 2048 game where you're undressing a girl. Yep.
Yeah, similar. This is kind of a throwback to Deep Space Waifu. I guess this is just sort of happening tonight.
Yeah, we were. This was quite a night. We were trying to record a few things, and it just doesn't want to work with us. We tried a totally accurate Battlegrounds, and that game didn't want to start up because the servers were too busy. And then we ran into another server-based issue where we were trying to play a poopy. Whatever
Poopy
the
Wars.
fuck. Yeah, Poopy Wars, where there's just not enough of an active player base to be able to get a game going.
We were the only person on there.
Yeah, it was something. But yeah, now we're here playing Mojo Hanako, which is, again, it's 2048 and you're undressing some clothes.
An undress simulator.
We figured you guys would like that.
Here we go.
All right. I mean, Deep Space Waifu did pretty well, right? So maybe this will do pretty well. But at least Deep Space Waifu had some exciting gameplay going on.
I mean, I like bullet hells, so why not, right?
Yeah. So this, I guess her name is Mojo Hanako, and I don't really know how good are you at games like this, Giacomo?
I'm very good at 2048.
Are you?
Yes.
Have you gotten 2048?
I've gotten 40 or 50 something. I forget what it is.
Okay.
All right.
What is this?
Oh, what's this? Look at that.
Oh, is it telling us that we can get multipliers and shit?
Oh shit! It's multipliers.
Snap.
I still have no idea how to understand this. I mean, I'm just gonna keep playing.
Yeah, you're just gonna play 2048 basically.
So look, it's like a times. Oh, but it turns into a 2. Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember back when like 2048 was like kind of the thing to play. You know, back in high school, we used to play mobile games with our group of friends, like competitively.
Really?
Like we weren't like pro players or anything. We would compete with each other, and we used to play this game. I'm pretty sure you remember this. I'm pretty sure most people remember this because this was one of the most popular games at the time. Temple Run.
Oh yeah, I remember Temple Run.
So we went hard on Temple Run, and like we would get like in like the millions for like points and stuff. It was pretty crazy. And then we also discovered a glitch where if you did a specific sequence of like turns and stuff. It would glitch out to where it would just be a straight line, and you could just run forever.
Really?
And you would get infinite points.
Well, I mean, I guess that's okay.
It kind of defeats the purpose of the game, though. You know.
I mean, yeah, because then all your friends are just like, well, we're all at the same level. You can't really lose.
Exactly. But mobile games are. I feel like this should just be a mobile game and not a computer game.
I mean, I usually will play this game all the time.
What'd you do?
I won, so I'm going to the next level.
Oh, it's level based. Gotcha.
Like I said,
I figured this was an infinity game like 2048 was.
I remember the first time I played this, I was in my online marketing course at college, and I was thinking like, all right, you know what? We have some downtime because we're in study period, and
right.
I'm just gonna play this game, and I haven't stopped since.
It's like a drug.
It just got me through the day some days, and I love puzzle games like this. I wish there were more that I knew about. I probably just fine. I just don't look hard enough.
Speaking of puzzle games, like back in the day when I was like younger, my shit was Pokemon Puzzle League.
Dude, never gonna play that.
Yeah, some people know the game by Yoshi's Cookie, which is basically the same game.
The same game.
But I played Pokemon Puzzle League because Pokemon was my shit, and like I wasn't like a huge Yoshi guy. When I was still going to Santa Monica, I had a friend over. And we were like trying to find some stuff to do, and we found like my old N64. So we plugged it in, and I put on Pokemon Puzzle League, and he was watching me, and he was like, "Dude, you're like borderline autistic when you play the game."
Whoa! Oh my god!
Yeah, it was interesting. I was pretty good at Pokemon Puzzle League, and so here's the funny thing.
What was
funny? Pokemon Puzzle League, I don't think there was like some sort of like competitive following for the game or anything, right? But me and my cousin, we got like pretty competitive with each other playing this, and we discovered that the frame rates dropped when you had a lot of shit on the screen. So we would take advantage of the frame rates dropping, because it gave us more time to look at the puzzle, the pieces as they're falling down, and like move them while they're falling down and stuff to get longer combos going.
So yeah.
So we were basically taking advantage of the console's lack of power.
Like, is that just a thing you find out? Because it sounds like you can find out a lot of glitches in games. And
Yeah. So whenever I'm playing shit, I tend to run into like some really weird glitches. Like Super Bunny Man. I don't know if any of you guys watched that video. I showed it to you, Giacomo.
If not, you can catch it on our channel.
Yeah, I'll put a little card in the corner. But yeah, Super Bunny Man. Me and Arnold, we were playing, and we found the glitch. I don't even know if it was glitch. It was probably intended. I don't know. But it was kind of an exploit where you could just kind of fly instead of bouncing.
Oh, yeah, that was such a cool thing. I think that's a staple of growing up in that era of video games where like there were just, you get bored because there was no multiplayer or at least not as abundant, and so you would just find glitches in like all those games.
Yeah.
And you had to show all your friends how hardcore you were in the game.
It's kind of cool too, because like back in those days, like internet existed when I was a kid, but like it wasn't exactly polished yet.
Not at all,
like,
dude.
I mean, it was back in dial-up days, you know what I mean? Right? That. Like everything took for like a century to load. So like I remember I used to play. So Pokemon was overall like a huge thing. I'm gonna be mentioning Pokemon a lot because that's what I grew up on.
That's fine.
But back when like second generation Pokemon, like Crystal, Silver, and Gold, there was a glitch where you could clone your Pokemon and all that stuff.
Whoa! They just switched this up. Look at the map.
Oh yeah, that's totally different. So it's got some uniqueness to it. But what's up with that sound effect when you clear a level? Where it's
I know, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's just obviously some scum dude who's like ready to see some titties.
Oh. Yeah, we got the scarf out. What else was she wearing? She was wearing some other stuff, but now we can see more of the form of her body.
This is one of those earn it games. Like you earn these titties.
Oh, on one of our Wednesday episodes, when we were playing Shark Dating Simulator, it was basically the most recent one. We had to earn our sex also with the shark.
Whoa!
So like basically there was like a thing where, so throughout the game you get balls, like these little metal balls that fall from the screen or whatever the fuck from like choosing ballsy choices. And so at the end of the game, this is going to be kind of spoilery. So spoiler warnings if you haven't watched Shark Dating Simulator yet and you plan on watching Shark Dating Simulator, I would suggest skipping ahead a little bit. You collect balls, and at the end, it's kind of like a pachinko or whatever. It's not really pachinko, but like you drop balls and you're trying to and when a ball hits like one of the things on the screen, it disappears, you know. So you have to hit like a certain number. We missed that number by one.
By one?
By literally one.
I can imagine your frustration.
We were very frustrated. We still got an ending. It got a little steamy. There was some bondage action.
Let's put some new definition of pescatarian. You were eating that fish. That shit's gross.
She tied us up. But yeah, Shark Dating Simulator was fun. I liked it.
Did you give it like a 7 out of 10?
Yeah.
Really?
It was cool. It was all right.
It's good enough to play.
It wasn't taking itself too seriously, you know what I mean? But yeah, going back to what I was talking about before with the Pokemon thing and like the glitches and shit. Do you remember the cloning glitch in Pokemon?
Oh god, I loved it with the save. You had to save.
You had to save. Yeah, you had to save it and turn it off at like a certain time. Like, how did people find out this shit? You know what I mean?
Dude, you had a lot more time back then. That was like the legend of the lunchroom was like people telling you, hey, do you know how to do this? Like
there's like
Pokemon.
There's some there's like some glitches where like you have to do some stuff in like such specific orders, and you have to like have these very exact items or whatever, and then it causes a thing to happen. Like, how do you find out that shit? Like, I'm sure you can run into it by accident somehow, right? But then you have to recreate it. You know what I mean?
And that shit gets hard.
Yeah, like some people are crazy.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of time on their hands back then, and even still today. If anything, there's more time today because there's a whole community of people looking for glitches.
Right. Her zipper's down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've honestly been concentrating on the numbers. I haven't even noticed.
Since I'm not the one playing, I'm able to look to the side.
He gets all the anime titties.
I think this game's missing an element to it, you know, like a nice bright background.
I mean, sure.
I think a nice bright background would make it a lot more interesting.
Like, I like math games, so we should play Math Blasters. That's a good game.
Math Blasters?
You never played Math Blasters?
I've never played Math Blasters.
Look at that shit up. You didn't have a childhood in
Okay.
elementary school.
You know what we had in elementary school? We had a computer room and like a typing game where we were in like a little spaceship thing.
I think I played that too.
I think a lot of people played that.
You remember the Clue Finders? I don't know if you played Clue Finders.
I don't think I played Clue Finders. Oh, back in high school, I took a I think it was a graphic design class, right? Was it a graphic design? It was a graphic design or an animation class. It was something to do with computers, and yeah, it was a graphic design class. And no, it was our animation class. It was in the same classroom with the same teacher.
Okay.
So I think it was an animation class, and so in school, typically the computers, they have like things that block certain websites, right?
All the time.
And more than often the like game websites tend to get blocked. This isn't a porn story, don't worry. It wasn't us trying to look up porn in the middle of computer class. No. Yeah, so gaming websites are blocked, but we found a website where if you clicked like a certain thing on Google, on the Google search, when you type in the name of the website, it bypasses the restriction because it goes straight to the website, I guess, like, or redirects or something. It bypasses something that was blocking the website. So we would sit there and we would play, like, there was like this one biking game. I can't remember for the life of me what that biking game was called, but it was like one of those sort of like physics-y biking games where you're getting over obstacles and shit. It was like 2D. And basically we all played that game in that class. Everyone in that class was playing that game during class. And it took a while for our teacher to realize. But another part of it was like we were finishing our projects really early, so we didn't have shit to do.
Right, so at that point you just play the game.
Yeah. But there was another time where, you remember iFunny?
I remember iFunny.
Yeah, iFunny was a thing at the time. No, it wasn't iFunny. It was demotivational posters.
Oh, man, that was like the original meme.
Yeah, it was demotivational posters. That was a thing. And we were looking up demotivational posters in class. And like it was me and my friend Gage, and we were just like looking at them and laughing and having a good time, like being the high school kids that we were. But without us realizing it, we had an entire crowd of everyone in the class looking at our screen, making it really obvious that we were fucking around in class.
I mean, hey, sometimes what you got to do, right?
But the teacher for that class, oh my god, he was a character.
Would you say he's chill?
For the most part, but he can get kind of scary because he's one of those people that's like smiling all the time, no matter what.
That's what I do.
And when he gets mad, he does like that sort of like he's still smiling while he's angry and then lecturing us, and it's kind of scary.
That can get a little weird.
Yeah. He was interesting. I don't even remember his name. I can't remember his name. I can't remember a lot of my teachers' names from high school. It's been a while.
You've been drinking too much. No, you're not an alcoholic. Whoa.
No, I'm not an alcoholic.
No.
I drink a lot of beer though, but I don't do alcoholic
Adult soda's
things.
pretty good.
Like soda?
Adult soda.
Oh, adult soda.
That's what I call beer every now and then.
Oh, okay.
It fizzes, it gets flat, and you need to drink it cold.
Beer tastes good. I enjoy it. It's weird. It took me a while to actually like taste Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Really?
I never got around to drinking it until like a recent party, and that stuff is good. But if you drink too much of it, it can eventually get you fucked up. Although I drank a lot of it at the party, and I still didn't feel anything.
I mean, it's good, like if you just want to get your buzz on, but that's besides the point. We're not here to drink.
Yeah. Don't be an alcoholic, kids. Don't do drugs.
I actually really like this game just for the fact of all these like different ways to play it.
Yeah, it's not like just a standard square. It's got like sort of unique stages to it, and it makes it a little bit different.
Like that, I'm really digging this. Actually, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. I feel like it could be a good mobile game if they took away the anime titties.
No, that actually is like your incentive. You're earning something. In 2048, the only thing you get is a badge that says, "Hey, you sit here and try to get here now."
But it's degrading women.
Or empowering women.
You're empowering women.
I'll explain why. So, you are giving them a form of worship or something, you know, in a way that's like you appreciate the woman body. You're not just there to do something else. What's
Sure. What is it? Oh, now there's.
It gets rid of squares.
Yeah,
okay.
there's death squares now.
That's good. Okay, so this is another thing we get.
But it doesn't seem like it's here yet.
She obviously is gonna have some back problems. Hey, I noticed does she smile? Does she get more smiley or no? I feel like she was very like not there in the beginning.
Her face definitely, she definitely has a different expression, but this looks more like one of those blank smiles, you know?
Yeah, I mean it's honestly drawn, so.
oh, she like looked to the side a little bit and looked kind of weird. No, she kind of has bags under her eyes.
I mean, hey, everybody gets tired. She's tired of your shit, Timothy.
This feels oddly rapey.
I mean, you know, whatever.
I like the purple on her bra.
Oh no, I think it's because you like the color purple.
Yeah.
I think the red makes it like multiply and makes it because if you have a bigger number down there, it's gonna be hard to add that later.
Sure.
That's what I'm noticing. Okay, so I see okay, cool. I wanted one of those, and let's get some of this in here. So now I got to concentrate on this side.
Getting real into it, Giacomo. Oh, there goes the skulls. Is it good to get rid of them or is it bad?
I think it's good. Like it's helping me. Look, I'm clear at the top.
Like there's not a lot of instruction. It just kind of shows you pictures and you kind of have to guess what it means.
Like I'm comboing off, so I don't really mind.
It looks more like you're just kind of pressing arrows.
There's a method to the madness. What you want to do is you want to focus on a section, and you want to just do that section. Don't worry about what else is going to come up because mathematically, you're eventually just going to create the pattern. Or I don't know if it's mathematic, but you create the pattern eventually, and you get the numbers you want.
Right.
See, like I'm able to go for this 2, turn it into an 8.
Sure. Do you like math, Giacomo?
Yeah, I do actually. I was really good at math when I was young. Then I went to Peru to visit family for one summer.
Right.
And then, let's see, I missed the first week of geometry, and I fell off of math ever since.
Okay. I don't like math. It's never been something that I was like good at, which is, make the joke, I'm Asian, I should be good at math. But no, I'm terrible at math. I hate math. I'm terrible at it. I never want to do math ever again.
Math, not even once. Yeah, see, look, the red gets... Okay, I can see the skull as kind of being a up and a down because if it gets rid of a number you wanted,
right.
But at the same time, it gets rid of a number. Like, the whole block is gone. So,
sure.
So it's a curse and a blessing.
Oh, so our goal is to hit... Wait, what? Oh, that's the timer for when the next skull is going to come. Okay.
Oh, is that what that is?
I think so. Yeah, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so, and it does get rid of it, which is, I guess, is kind of cool.
It's not a timer. It's like how many steps until the skull comes.
I'm fine with that.
But yeah, I hate math. I like creative stuff.
Yeah, creative subjects as opposed to logical.
Yeah, correct. I did AP Studio Art in high school. I took a lot of graphic design classes. I took an animation class. I suck at animation, though. I'm terrible at animation.
I wish I would have taken more graphic design because I only took like Photoshop Intro back in high school as an elective, but I was like, I could do the second one.
Yeah, my original major was graphic design before I changed majors to journalism. So I took a lot of graphic design classes. I took a web design class, although I'm still pretty bad at web design. It's kind of I'm not good at the coding part of it.
It's not that it's hard, it's just sometimes it's kind of tiring.
Yeah, it's
like I see the benefit of using like Wix and all those other ones just because it's so much easier to work with.
I don't very much care for Wix. I think Squarespace is fine.
I think Squarespace is fine.
I think WordPress has the most freedom, but it's also one of the more difficult ones to use. From what I know,
I would argue and say it's one of the easier ones because there's so many plugins designed for it.
Right.
That they build so much, so that's what I can see as like an upside. All right, so I need to get this 2 up here. I need to create a... there it is. 4.
A lot of blocks, Giacomo.
It's fine. I got rid of that 16, which is good because I needed it out of there.
Yeah. I feel like her bra is about to come off, or maybe her jeans are gonna come off, and we're gonna see panties.
Yeah, I think that's the next step.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to give you that easily.
And then we should probably stop before any actual Okay, so it gets unbuttoned.
Yeah.
All right. She looks a little bit more disappointed. I feel like that semi-smile that you were talking about earlier is more of just a straight. Yeah, she looks pretty disappointed.
I think, yeah, I mean...
I don't think she likes that we're undressing her with numbers.
Math, not even once.
But yeah, I've done a lot of graphic design type stuff. I took some film classes. I took a film studies class. I did not very much like my film studies professor at the time. He was not a cool dude. He was kind of a dick. He was a dick. He was very elitist. I did not like him.
What was he saying? Only certain movies are king?
It's not even just that. It was just kind of like his perspective on like film and all that stuff. He's the type of guy that I think I told you about this before, but he says his favorite film of all time is Citizen Kane. And Citizen Kane, while I very much appreciate the film, I think it is a very revolutionary and influential film. I think if it weren't for Citizen Kane, we wouldn't have a lot of the film techniques that we have today and like a lot of the storytelling type of styles that we have today. But I personally feel that ever since Citizen Kane has come out, we've had a lot of far better films within that style, utilizing those same film elements and with much better storytelling since then. So I think it's a little, what's the word?
It's not really. It doesn't give it a chance to try something else.
I think it's kind of obnoxious to think that Citizen Kane is one of the best films of all time. It is one of the most influential films of all time, but it's certainly not the best. At least I think that way.
Definitely not.
Mm-hmm. Oh, her pants are lowering.
So
She's got a lot of her facial expression changed again to a semi-smile. Kind of saggy.
I mean, she's thick.
It was pretty thick.
I got that stuck in the spot.
I don't know how I feel about her skin tone. She looks like she has what's the word?
A tan.
No. She looks a little bit more yellow, like disease written.
Okay.
I don't know if it's just my monitor screen that's making her look that way.
I think it's just you. But then again, I'm staring at numbers, so I don't know what that red thing does. But I don't want to accidentally.
Oh, the down arrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks kind of weird. I don't know what that does.
Well, I need to pair it with a 16, anyways. I can't pair it with anything else.
Oh, the arrows.
64. Yeah.
Oh, you can only do a 64 by the arrows.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed.
Interesting.
So now I gotta relearn this new strategy.
This art style kind of reminds me of
American.
No, there's this game called Read Only Memories. It's certainly not the first game to do this type of art style, but it's the first game that kind of comes to mind for some reason. I guess it's because it's a little bit more recent. But I first heard about it when I went to Indiecade doing interviews, like interviewing people over there. For a different channel, our old channel, Next Gen Nation, which I don't make content for anymore. It was kind of like one of my first YouTube endeavors, I guess I could say.
That's exactly what it was.
Well, my first YouTube endeavor was a different group called Datafist, which I left due to creative differences and stuff.
Sometimes that's what happens.
Yeah. So the first one I endeavored as the person to start it was Next Gen Nation, which I enjoyed, but since then it's been very difficult to get that group together, so we decided to start fresh. Now we have this channel. But yeah, we were interviewing people at a convention called Indiecade, which is an indie game sort of festival. And there was a group, and they created a game called Read Only Memories, which is sort of like a story text adventure game with a cyberpunk, like a neo-cyberpunk sort of styling to it, which was pretty cool. I played a little bit of it. I haven't gotten very far in the game, but it's a pretty cool game. I definitely think you guys should check it out if you haven't already. If you like sort of like those text-based click adventures, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's got a cyberpunk styling to it. It's like sort of got that type of story about what's it? like body augmentations and like how far can you go to before you can't really consider yourself human anymore.
Well,
stuff like that.
Here's the last move I can make.
Oh, you failed, Giacomo.
Yeah, dude, I went pretty far though.
I thought you were good at math. I thought you were.
Oh, look, I had a life. I can do it again. Suck a
you
dick.
were godlike. But do we want to do it some more?
I mean, I'm going for the goal.
You're enjoying it?
I love this game already.
Okay.
Just the puzzle is the best part, honestly. It's the best part of the game.
But my brother tried walking through the door.
He disappeared. He's gone.
You're interrupting our recording, Demetrius. Because there's no battery anymore.
That's your fault.
Hello, brother.
The hardest part is to get these red arrows out of the way. Jesus.
We're playing 2048, where the farther you get, the clothing comes off.
The titty ears it becomes. Titty tat toe.
Yeah, my you don't like it. This feels, to me, it feels kind of rapey. Her face will sometimes look very disappointed. No, I think it's just her boobs are so big that it covers her midsection.
I swear she's gonna have back problems.
She looks like she will, definitely.
That is like an hourglass with like
Yeah.
comes down.
Like honestly, just getting past this part because we got to fill that bar is
Right.
actually really hard right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you do a triangle, it'll be
I don't know if the mic caught that, but my brother said that if you do a triangle where her waist is, it would be very sharp. I can kind of see that. I can definitely kind of... Yeah, I can see it. Her neck is really long. I just realized. She's got like a giraffe
She does have
neck.
a really long neck.
And it's a long, skinny neck in proportion to her body. I don't like it. I can't unsee that. That bugs me a lot.
Cannot be unseen.
But it's a free game. What can you do?
Yeah, it's free probably because it's pretty close to 2048, which originally was a copy of a different game. So,
Oh, really?
yep.
What game was 2048
I
copying?
can't remember, but people like 2048 so much more that they thought that was the real game.
Oh.
Like that the other one had copied them.
Well, Candy Crush is basically just Bejeweled.
It really is, and I love Bejeweled, so... All right, I gotta get rid of that red one because I don't like that red light. This is hard. Like, I'm almost at the end, too, but I'm just about to run out of moves right now and have to use my last life.
And...
No, I still got a few more.
Oh, you're doing it, Giacomo.
Not much more. That was the one. Okay.
Okay.
So
Well, you're fucked.
I still have one more life. Like, I don't know. See, the red ones are so hard to get rid of.
Right?
Because they don't blend with anything.
You can only get like a 64 to
get
next
rid
to
of
it to
them,
get rid of it, right? Yeah.
Or you can use the
skull.
skulls, but...
But the skulls come at like a random... Oh, wait, no, it says... I don't... Okay, I think... No, the skulls come at a random direction. I don't know.
Let's see, I'm just trying to think of where
Is there any way to tell which direction the skull's coming from?
I'm sure there's a strategy, but I just haven't really looked at it. I don't want to move it left, but I know I have to. This is the hard part, but we're like so close to that goal.
Right. Come on, Giacomo, use your big mathy brain to do it. You can do it. I believe in you.
I believe in it.
You're better at math than I am, I'm pretty sure.
I would agree.
Did you do it?
Thank God we made it.
Oh my God, you did it.
Oh my God.
Giacomo fucking did it.
But I have 0 lives left.
Yeah, you have no lives, and also, this is the last one before a true piece of clothing comes off, and we see the treasures that lie ahead.
Treasure, this is like a disappointment.
I can't get over her neck.
Do you think people are just going to skip to the end?
I'm pretty sure.
Like, if you've ever watched anything in your life, you scroll to the end
to see if it's worth it.
Get the good part.
They're gonna skip to the end, and they're gonna be sorely disappointed because all they're gonna see is Arnold's face.
Maybe we'll switch it up. Maybe we'll put your brother's face.
or maybe my face, or yours, or Spencer.
Or Spencer's.
Or what would be another funny face to put on? The bad boy face. Bad schoolboy.
Because they're shocked. I like that game a lot. Like that's a game I'd probably play.
No, that was actually a pretty cool game for what it was.
Very cool concept.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating in school.
I actually enjoyed it quite a bit.
He was like super hyped that he passed with like a D.
You know, you gotta work with what you can get. Sometimes some people just aren't cut out for school.
That's true. I wonder how many people have gotten this far. Probably a lot. I'm sure there's even better 2048 players than I am.
Well, I don't know how many people have gotten this far in this particular game, because I'm pretty sure not a lot of people have actually played this game.
That's true.
And I'm pretty sure a majority of the people that have played this game probably suck at 2048, like most people do.
I mean, you just get good at it. Like, just play it when you're taking a shit all the time, so you know you get good. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. That's fine. I was able to reverse the turn.
Do you think it's fair to say that math is probably one of those subjects that is like the least liked?
Yeah, because I think a lot of it is not necessarily logic based, but fact based. So you know, there's only one real method to solve it.
Right.
Like maybe there's two ways of getting it, but there's just like that's the way you have to do it, or else you can't do it. And so
you know about were they calling it like core or something?
Yeah, Common Core.
Common Core, where it was like doing like some really weird
I guess
roundabout methods to solve these math problems, and like I don't remember the exact story behind it. It was it's not fully off yet. Okay.
Well, we still have to get all the way to that end.
Oh,
see those
okay.
3 dots.
Yeah.
But now they're gonna give us the hard pieces.
But yeah, it was. I remember there was like some stupid shit involved around it, and I need to research it again because I don't remember exactly what was going on there.
I just like in The Incredibles when they talk about Common Core.
Yeah.
That was a good line.
Why would you change math? Math is math.
I watched that with my sister, who's a teacher, and she was like, "I feel it. Like, why did they have to change our curriculum?"
I know it's really dumb.
And dude, the teachers had a difficult time learning it too.
Yeah.
The first time when it came out, and then now they're like, okay, now we understand it, but still.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. They're forcing it. It seems longer and unnecessary and more complicated than it should be.
Well, the reason they're doing it, from what she explained to me, is that what they want is they want the kids to understand why it is the way it is.
Around that sort of age, they're still not like trying to process and understand that type of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, here's what they mean by it. Okay. Good point. Never mind. My response is void. Okay, so you have to literally match the color, and it brings the number down. God, that's hard. Okay. So I need to get a 16 where that 8 is, which is what I'm trying to go for, is now making another 8.
Mm-hmm. And
then there's the green. I'm going to get rid of this cube because I don't need it in my life.
Oh, so it's not number based, it's color based.
Yeah, and so as you bring it down, see, like now that number 4, if I can no. Oh, I can get it stuck. There, I got it stuck right there. I need to get... That 2 is now stuck. I need to get a 1 stuck in there. There you go. I got it stuck.
Oh, look at you being all smart and math like.
I mean, I'm sure if I had read the tutorial right there, I would have been like, "Oh
what
shit!"
What tutorial though? The tutorial made like no sense.
It really doesn't,
because all it is pictures, and you kind of just gotta guess what it means.
Like that's Skull Man.
They need to put text there so we can read and understand it.
They should, but that's okay. I mean, I think these instructions were just as clear as the train game.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's no actual like text in this game. It's all numbers and pictures.
I mean, that's how numbers
shapes
go, you know?
No, like, so the menu didn't have any text. The top doesn't have any text saying anything. It's just numbers and shapes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That is true.
There's literally 0 text in this game, and I think they did that on purpose to make it more universal. You know what I mean? So, like, there's no language barrier involved.
I mean, hey, we all know.
Or maybe I'm just reading too much into it.
Titties are titties, man.
Titties are titties.
Titties are titties. There's like, you know, it's hard to fuck those up.
But they're kitties.
Kitties are titties, man. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Oh, shit. Never mind. Oh, there it is.
You did it?
Yeah, I got rid of the one in the top corner.
You done did it?
Yep. I just hate the 64 ones because I have to get a 64 all the way down there.
Oh, the 64s are the red ones, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's why you thought it was like 64 at first. right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And those are like the hardest ones to get rid of too.
I would have thought that like the shape of the I don't want to call it a map because it's not really a map, but like the shape of the thing
The
would have
playing area.
yeah, the playing area would have changed from like the second time, the first time that it changed, but it's kind of stayed the same, hasn't it?
It's mostly stayed the same, but I think when you throw those blocks in, like it just really messes your life
Right.
up.
Yeah, I think the blocks were definitely like an interesting addition to the gameplay.
Yeah, it kind of bothers me. Like I want them to not be there, but I understand why they're doing it
To make it
to
different.
make it hard.
Mm-hmm. Got to provide a challenge.
Yeah,
Look at all these cats.
I'm pretty sure there's like an option or something in the menu that tells you, hey, you can do this now.
Right.
You know, ever since Steam decided to support porn games. So
Right.
That was an interesting day. I was at E3 when my friend was like, hey, did you realize that they just allowed this? And I was like, huh. I mean, I'm not really into that, so
Mhm.
I'm not really affected by it, but that's cool. It's good that they're expanding their markets.
Right. I think the idea of restricting the type of games that can be put onto the Steam marketplace is kind of closed-minded in a way, because Steam is kind of one of like the most diverse sort of gaming marketplaces,
They
like
really are.
ecosystems out there. And considering it's like the primary place for people to get games and like the most popular one and all that stuff, I feel like they should support more styles of games and stuff. And if they support porn games, just put like a restriction of like, hey, you gotta be this old, or like verify your age, which is what they're doing, and so that people can play it instead of like, you know, blocking it out completely. You know what I mean?
Okay. But at the same time, like, what's stopping like a 2-year-old or, you know, like a 4-year-old realistically or 5 to just create a fake account?
What's stopping a 2-year-old or 4-year-old or 5-year-old from going to Pornhub.com?
Exactly. Like, so, I mean, I get that they asked for that stuff, but, you know, at the end of the day, you could always just lie. Unless you put a credit card, because then that is your number on it. And I don't think your parents are just going to give you a credit card.
Right.
All right, so I brought the 64 down at the top, but that didn't really help me too much. I probably should have used it later. Whatever. This is all the first time playing something like this. Which
I
I'm
mean,
still
you're
digging
getting
it, so-
farther than I ever would have. I would have just been blindly pressing the arrow keys, and like, you know, like this make big number.
Truth. Okay, so now I have that stuck there. I need to make a 32 down here.
You know, I finally understand that comment, that Steam comment about the cats for this game.
I finally understand the cats.
Yep.
If you like cats, you like this.
Yeah, exactly. In your days, have you played a lot of mobile games?
Yeah, actually, I really enjoyed mobile games, but I like buying mobile games,
Mm-hmm.
like so I don't have to worry about like freemiums,
Right.
like because you know that's just the way I played my mobile games.
Sure. I only played like the big mobile games back in like high school, like Temple Run, like we mentioned earlier.
How you cheated in Temple Run?
So I just knew about the glitch, didn't really like use it to cheat.
Did they ever fix that?
I don't know. I'm sure they have. But yeah, there was like Temple Run. I didn't really get into like Angry Birds.
I liked it for a little bit. I thought that was a fun game at the time.
Uh-huh.
But now that I'm kind of a little older, it's like it's not that great of a game.
I don't like that it became a movie.
Yeah, it got a little weird with its IP when they
Yeah.
started releasing more of that, and you could kind of just do whatever.
Oh,
with that
you
IP.
remember were they like the Clash of Clans ones or whatever that were, what's her name? That one model, the blonde one. What was her name?
Blonde one?
Blonde model girl.
I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of blonde models out there. So
Well, she was like kind of the only blonde like really famous blonde model that was like in a mobile game commercial.
I remember the one with I can't even remember the actor's name anymore.
She a model or she? No, she's a model, right?
I remember Alison Brie was in one game.
Alison Brie?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
She was in that one anime like monster game. Well, not really monster game, but the point was you had your little army you made. I forget what it's called.
Right.
Summoner's War. There we go. I remember because one of my friends was like mad playing that game.
I'm looking up the person model mobile game ad. I'm sure if I look that up, she'll come up.
Did you
She's
find it?
super famous. For some reason, it doesn't want to load, even though I'm connected to my Wi-Fi.
Who says you have the best Wi-Fi?
Bruh.
Bruh.
I got 300 down,
Bruh.
wired. Doesn't mean I have good Wi-Fi. Plus, we're leasing our router from Spectrum, and they don't exactly give us the most
I think this is it.
up-to-date
This is
routers.
this is the end.
Are you doing it?
No, this is the end of the game. I have no more lives
Oh,
after here.
you fucked? You fucked? You boned?
I was able to get like a few more moves in, but it's pretty much gone at this point. Like that's it. Like that was it. I got to pretty much the last ending right there. Let's see what happens. I think if you beat this, that's
Right.
gonna give you one more thing, which is okay if we failed here, because
Kate Upton. Kate Upton was
Kate
the model.
Upton was in something.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
forgot what game it was, but she was in an ad.
Well-
But yeah, that's been 2048. I apologize that you can watch Giacomo beat the
We
game.
were so close.
It was like right there, but you got to see some nice cats, and I didn't have to actually censor anything, or Giacomo didn't have to actually censor anything because he edits the 5 and unders. So yeah, that's been Mojo Hanako. Hope you enjoyed cats.
Meow.
Peace out.